As we go around the block, I'll try to point out some of the houses that I know that people had cancer. This was my house where I raised my kids. This is where Destiny lived, the little girl that had cancer. There's a person in that house that has cancer. This lady had cancer. And our leadership's not hearing us. They're in bed with industries. You talk about jobs, you can probably count here how many people's out here on this site for miles and miles and miles. Where are the jobs? If another country come in here, blew up our mountains and poisoned our water, we go to war.
I started waitressing when the financial crisis hit because we were about to lose our home. You're trying to make a $300 student loan bill here and your foreclosure installment here. You just do your best to survive. Americans aren't asking for a lot. They're just asking to get by. And they're just asking for politicians to be brave enough to help them get by.
The Bronx does not need to be the poorest county in the USA.
And what is it going to take? It's going to take people like you. Fearless.
I'm a registered nurse, I'm an ordained pastor, and I'm a mother of 2 teenagers. This is the district where Mike Brown was murdered. I only live 6 minutes from Ferguson. When the uprising happened, we found out how you don't have to have a name, you don't have to have the money. The problems that we have in our district are problems that we ourselves can fix.
If change is going to happen in St. Louis, this is our moment.
This is our moment.
We have to believe that you are that change.
When you're running for office and you're not, a typical candidate, you have to remember your why. Why are you doing it? I remember actually the day I put this down here. It would have been 2 years ago. And it seems like decades ago. And at that point, I was so lost. There's 30,000 people a year dying because they don't have health care. Because the CFOs that work in that field are sitting there figuring out ways to make optimum profit for their shareholders. This is a commodity. My daughter's life wasn't.
When I seen the opportunity to run for office, I grabbed onto it. It's not faith in me, it's survival.
I will never stop grieving for Shalyn. But I have learned how to take that grief and to put it into action.
We have never seen this at this scale in American history. We have slates and legions of candidates that have rejected corporate funds.
If we can get even just 15 more people across the country that will come in 2019 and perform, how much greater will we be? And then in 2 more years, 30. That's what I'm looking at, like it just continuing to grow. The only way for a Black woman to become the first Black woman to ever go to Congress in the state of Missouri is for a Black woman to run. I'm a fighter.
This race is about people versus money. We've got people, they've got money. I'm running in this district because we've been ignored for far too long. Because the powers that be have forgotten who lives here. And I'm running so that people can be heard.
I will never stop. I'm not going to allow my daughter to have died for nothing.
I just think they underestimate us. At the end of the day, we're going to fight for each other. They need to know that. We're coming out of the belly of the beast kicking and screaming.